but there was actually a very interesting moment before she stepped onto the pitch because she had subbed on for I forgot who specifically. I think Rose Lavelle. So
let me give you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was so who got off the field? It was
Trinity Rodman,
Trinity Rodman, and Emily Fox.
And
I think they changed the formation a little bit. So Emily Fox steps off the field, and Trinity Rodman is first. Daps up Lynn Williams, who's also coming in.
Williams, the homie, right? Like this how it looks, right? Yo, Christian, you did great out there.
Hey, thank you so much. Yeah. And then Korbin Albert is right behind Lynn Williams.
Go ahead, try dap me up. All right. That's
what happened. She cold, just left her. And so look,
I've never seen someone get left on red live, IRL,
in person.
Damn, 2 blue checks. No response.
I know you read it.
Yo, there's no 3 dots. We're not responding.
So so that's what was interesting. So Trinity Rodman, Korbin Albert goes for the dap. Guess left.
And remember, the Messi, Willy Woney heading towards that fence, goes to shake the guy's hand and they keep missing.
Yeah.
That's kind of the last one. And Korbin Albert was just like, all right, Trinity, great job out there.
Trinity went.
You get the thumbs up, buddy.
Trinity went to her right, Corbin's left, and avoided the dap. And then Emily Fox went around Emma Hayes, who was also right there by the touchline, and avoided her.
Gives no Fox, bro. She did not care.
And so, look, it just continued to raises the not even questions. It's obvious this has not been resolved with everybody.
No.
And look.
It ain't all kumbaya in camp.
Exactly. A lot of the people. This is
which is, by the way, fine. Right. Teams have won trophies across every major sports where someone on the squad is the ops.
Right.
That's fine. You know what I mean? You don't have to get along with everyone. It's just the vibe of Emma Hayes and the way everyone's playing. You're like, man, everything's clicking. You're like, well, there's a
little blemish.
Yeah. Hey, this Rolls Royce make a little noise.
Might want to go look at that. I don't know.
Something's wrong on the right side. The passenger side.
The check engine light is blinking. It's not on at all times, but it is blinking. So it's not to talk about this ad nauseum or whatever. It is just that she is going to. I think this is my take. I think U.S. Soccer is probably doing her.
This is your take.
Is doing her a disservice by not addressing this head on. And maybe it's something that they deal with after the Olympics or whatever. But for the sake of, look, and I can't definitively say if she is just some awful human being. We don't
know that about any other players. Know about anything. There's no way to assess that.
I'm not going to assume that is the case. But as far as from the PR perspective, and then just for maybe her own sanity and mental health, which I'm trying to give, again, extend an olive branch of I'm assuming she's like a decent person. She's going to continuously get booed. Yes, it's a great goal, but now the conversation is, hey, great goal, but I don't know, man. How much should I be? I was watching the rest of the players celebrate, and I'm looking at how hard they're smiling. Are they really happy?
You enjoying this right now?
I'm looking at it like it's like a reality show.
And in the end, that was the game winner.
100%.
Because it ended 2-1. Imagine it was like you went to your wife's job for the first time, and you walk in and everyone's just like, oh, hey, Steve, that's Steve from accounting. Steve's like, yeah, hi. I'm like, huh, what's Steve being mean to her? And like, oh, that's Carol from accounting. Hey, Carol. Carol's like, right. He'd be like, oh, no. Did I marry the bad one? Oh, no. Nobody likes wifey.
There seems to be one common denominator in all these interactions.
Either they're all ops or I married the ops, man. Oh.
Yeah. So, look, this is not going anywhere.
I think the big issue for me with all of this is seeing those little things. Maybe we're reading too much into it. Maybe
100%. I don't want to be reading
maybe Trinity Rodman was blind for 2 seconds and didn't see it.
Maybe there was just a light in the stadium.
Maybe they're just someone with a laser. There's lasers in soccer games. Got in her eyes and she couldn't see, and we're reading too much into it. But we're trying to find an inkling of, has it at least been resolved in the locker room?
Right.
And what this says to me is 100% has not.
Yeah.
At least that's how it feels until we hear otherwise.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like every once in a while, if you like anything once in women's soccer, Instagram is like, look at all these female athletes. You know, very quickly it's WNBA, and you get a lot of European-based players. That's actually how I found out about a lot of players that play in European teams that we don't often get to see, where I'm like, oh, this girl's a baller. And then her name pops up in that international. You're like, oh, okay, I've already seen a lot of clips. I do get some PSG Korbin Albert videos every once in a while in my recommended. And I'm like, okay, the rest of the team, or at least these few players that seemingly appear in a lot of her videos, seem to like her, you know? Maybe there's something she's resolved that there.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't see that same vibe when it comes to the U.S. women's national team. Maybe it just hasn't been made apparent to me, but in these little moments where we see the interactions,
because
there's a lot of evidence that, like, all right, the vibes ain't vibing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange.
I'm not sure if what I just said made sense. Vibes ain't vibing.
It's something where, look, no play, these, especially on the U.S. women's national team, much more than the men's national team, these women are seen as idols, superheroes. They're inspirations,
role models, without a doubt, whether you like it or not.
It's like as soon as you put on that shirt and you step on that field, like, you have that responsibility. And it's something that, you know, we've interviewed U.S. women's national team players. Like, it's something that they cherish. And yes, even the vocal ones that are activists and speak about injustices, but they still take pride in getting that opportunity.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's not, it isn't something where, like, even with Rapinoe, U.S. Soccer stood behind her. Like, they really supporting. I mean, yeah, there might have been issues and equal pay and other stuff, but for the most part, from a PR perspective, it was like, we have Pride Night. Yes, we support our player and stuff like that. And what's happening with Korbin Albert is it's a weird silence about it, and it's just like sort of a half-hearted apology, not really saying who you're apologizing to or acknowledging the community that you've offended.
Right. To ask the question, though, do you think maybe that's a little bit of protecting her because she is so young? And this is really her first moment in that spotlight?
But what is the protection? She's getting relentlessly booed. And it's going to continue happening.
Protecting maybe from further damage, or maybe, you know, I honestly don't know. And
I don't know. It's just,
I don't agree with anything I'm saying. I'm simply asking the question.
And it's not necessarily U.S. Soccer's responsibility to protect her,
but to some degree,
per se.
Not protect her, but it feels like it's Emma Hayes' responsibility to at least.
It shouldn't be so tone deaf, because it's like
yes.
Every time they post something about Korbin Albert, the comments are crazy.
How about like, shut off the comments?
Maybe shut off the comments.
What are you doing?
So I'm saying that again. People should have the right to voice their opinion, but it's like. She is also 20. What sort of grace are we sort of giving her? What is it? Like, it can't just be we don't talk about it ever, because she's going to continuously deal with this.
Right.
So I don't know. And I bring up the point about like Jaylene Hinkle.
Somebody tweeted, damn, Korbin Albert scored the winner. And they spelled her first name with 2 additional Ks. And I'm like, what, does she deserve that?
Right.
Maybe. You know, I'm like, oh, I get
but
it.
it's like,
I get where the bit is coming from. Yeah.
She won't address it. The federation won't address it. Just like, if they're not going to truly say, because it's like Jaylene Hinkle or Daniels.
Yeah.
She stood
on business.
She stood on business.
It wasn't a business I want to be a part of.
Nah, I ain't shopping at that business.
No.
But she did the like video on the like Christianity.
FarmersOnly.com. I forgot what it was.
Whatever, some weird thing. Yeah. She was like in a farm.
Yeah, it was. It was like horses. Why is there a horse here?
But she did the sit down like, hey, I'm religious. This goes against my views. And the rest of the team was like, yeah, we don't mess with her. But
now it's like, all right, shake hands. If that's what you believe, fine. You have the right to believe that. It doesn't agree with what these women over here think. Maybe some people agree with you. That's fine, but at least you get it out in the open. The silence is definite.
The silence is so strange.
And then it's just leading people to say really wild shit on the internet about you.
And then I'm looking at Lindsey Horan, and I'm like, why is she smiling so hard when she scored? I'm like,
I think we know why.
I don't want to be thinking about this stuff.
Your mind's off that, you know?